let's get this guy done. You go into the metadata menu and we come down to edit metadata presets. Since we don't have one already, we don't have anything that we can modify at this point, but we can create our own brand new one. So the things that we need to deal with are kind of right here. If I go to the basic panel here, there's nothing here that I would strongly suggest that you put into your basic metadata preset. Same thing with the camera info and the IPTC content. It's not, unless you're working for a newspaper, like you're not going to want to put any of that kind of stuff in there. All right, so as far as copywriting is concerned, what I would do is I would put in the copyright symbol on the Mac. It is Option G. On the PC, you'd have to use your numeric keypad on the right side of the keyboard, and I think you hold down the Alt key and you tap in 0169. I think that's it, but it's easy enough to look up. So anyways, Option G on the Mac, and I'm going to put in the year 2019, and then I'm going to put in some fictitious company by the name of John Warren Photography. Copyright status, I'm going to choose copyrighted. Rights usage terms, I would write in here all rights reserved. Let's go back and put this in properly. All rights reserved under international. If you happen to have a website and you happen to have a dedicated web page for your particular copyright issues, then I would strongly suggest you put that in. Otherwise, all rights reserved under international copyright laws. So, you know, I mean, if I had a website called John Warren Photography, then the copyright URL would read www.johnwarrenphotography.com/copyright.html. But it's irrelevant to this one. Under here, we need to put in creator, put in your name. It's your address. I strongly suggest that you don't put in at this point in time, but you can put in your city. Mississauga, Ontario. I'm not going to put in the postal code, and country, creator, CANADA, Canada. I'd put in my email address, and I'd put in my web address, and my title is photographer. So I'll put in this information, but I'm going to blur it out because I don't want everybody in the world to come in and do anything with this. So, all right, that's about all I'm going to use as far as this is concerned. Any of these other tabs or drop-down menus or whatever you want to call them, that they're no use, no benefit at this point for any of us. So let's just do this. I'm going to come over where it says custom. I'm going to choose to save current settings as a brand new preset, and I would name it the same as what I had put up in here. So I would copy that and then come in, save as a new preset, do that, bingo, got it, done, click done. And then when I go to import my images, and I'm just going to show you where this can be applied, under metadata, you can see that there is this brand new one that I just put in. I'm just going to cancel out of that, and that's all there is to do with the metadata template. The benefit of applying the metadata template on import is you don't have to think about adding that kind of information once you're at the point of exporting out to social media or to your clients or something like that. If you apply it on import, it's in the raw, it's in the catalog, it's associated with the raw file, and every image that gets generated from that, every pixel-based image that gets generated, such as a JPEG or a TIFF or a PSD, gets generated, will have that information in it. Thank you. Talk soon.